Kyle Busch had a real shot to win the EchoPark Automotive Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas. It would have ended his longest winless streak in his 21-year Cup Series career. For much of the race, he was in control, leading 6 different times for a total of 42 laps. But as the final laps approached, Christopher Bell was closing in. Busch was pushing his car to the limit, but it wasn't enough to hold off the number 20 Toyota. With just over 10 laps to go, Busch had a solid lead after his final pit stop on lap 69. His crew chief Randall Burnett made the call to bring him in, giving him fresher tires for the closing laps. Bell's team, led by Adam Stevens, decided to leave their car out on track a little longer before pitting. That decision gave Bell a slight advantage on fresher tires later in the race. Busch had built up a 6-second lead after his stop, but Bell was gaining ground. The number 8 Chevrolet had to push hard to maintain the lead while managing tire wear. Then came a game-changing moment. On lap 78, Denny Hamlin lost control and slammed into Austin Dillon, sending the number 3 car into the gravel trap. That brought out the caution flag, erasing Busch's lead and giving Bell a chance to close the gap without any penalty for his later pit stop. Suddenly, Busch was no longer in control of the race. The caution period allowed Bell to restart closer to him and with fresher tires. Bell had the upper hand. After the restart, Busch fought hard to keep his position. He used a defensive racing line, making it as difficult as possible for Bell to pass. But Bell had the speed advantage. With less than 10 laps remaining, he made his move, getting a strong run off turn 20. Heading into turn 1, Bell saw his chance, but he nearly made contact with Busch after locking up his rear tires. He had to correct his car to avoid hitting Busch, giving the number 8 Chevrolet a brief moment of relief. But the battle wasn't over. Bell remained patient, knowing he had the faster car. With 6 laps to go, he finally got past Busch. Once he took the lead, he pulled away, leaving Busch to deal with the other drivers behind him. William Byron and Tyler Reddick were closing in, and Busch was struggling with the damage from his battle with Bell. By the final lap, Chase Elliott also managed to pass Busch, pushing him back to a disappointing 5th-place finish. For Busch, this was a frustrating loss. He had controlled much of the race, only to see victory slip away in the closing laps. He admitted that Bell was faster, but felt that the race circumstances had hurt his chances.
The contact we made with the 20 there between 2 and 3 bent the right rear, and it was a completely different race car after that. Wish we had a little bit more there at the end. I feel like maybe the 2-lap fresher tires the 20 had was the difference. All things considered, I'd love to have equal tires to the 20 and get back after and see what we can do that way, but I also hated to see that yellow that came out. You know, I felt like we had a little bit of a gap there, enough of a gap that I was protecting my tires. I could run all the lines I wanted to run. I didn't have to run defensive lines and really use up my stuff even more so when the 20 was right on me. So
the timing of the caution flag was a major factor. If it hadn't come out, Bell would have had to push harder to catch Busch, which might have given the number 8 car a better chance to hold on. Instead, Bell was able to take advantage of the caution to make his move at the perfect time. Busch's crew chief, Randall Burnett, also pointed to the caution as a key moment in the race.
We were in a tough spot there being the leader because the 20 can gauge off you on, okay, well, he's going to pit. I can go a couple extra laps, put better tires on you. I'm going to give up some time, but I'm going to be running faster. So, you know, when a caution comes out, he gives him a free pass to erase a 4 or 5 second gap for no penalty on his tires. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, maybe I should have stayed out longer, but if I stayed out longer, then I come out behind the 24, and then I got to burn my stuff up to pass him. So
this result extends Busch's winless streak to 60 races, dating back to June of 2023 at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. For a driver with 2 Cup Series championships and over 60 career wins, this streak is frustrating. Busch has had several close calls during this drought, but something always seems to get in the way of victory. Whether it's strategy, bad luck, or just getting beaten by a faster car, the number 8 team has been unable to seal the deal. Despite the disappointment, there were positives to take from the race. Busch showed strong pace throughout the weekend, even though his team struggled in practice. They made adjustments that gave him a car capable of winning, and he led the most laps in the race. The number 8 team is still in the mix, and if they continue to perform at this level, a win could be just around the corner. Bell has been close to the title before, making it to the championship 4 in both 2022 and 2023, but he fell short each time. Last year, he missed out entirely, which left him feeling frustrated. Now he's determined to make sure that 2025 is different. With 10 playoff points already in his pocket and 33 more races ahead before the final showdown in Phoenix on November the 2nd, Bell is at a strong position. His confidence is growing, and his performances show that he's not just hoping for a great season, he's making it happen. He has already won races where he didn't even have the fastest car, something that didn't always go his way in 2024. Bell knows that winning early in the season is important, but he's also looking at the bigger picture. The NASCAR Cup Series is a long battle and every race matters. He understands that being strong at key tracks like Phoenix and Las Vegas is crucial if he wants to be a real contender when the playoffs arrive. He's already won at 2 of the 3 next tracks on the schedule, which means there's a real chance that he could continue his hot streak. Over the last 3 seasons, Bell has shown that he can win multiple times in a year, but to truly dominate, he needs to take things to the next level. Drivers like Kyle Larson and William Byron have had seasons where they won 4 to 6 races, making them clear championship threats. Bell believes he can reach that level, and his recent performances back up that belief. One of the biggest factors in Bell's success has been his ability to perform under pressure, especially at playoff tracks. These are the races that decide who wins the championship, and Bell has proven that he can step up when it matters most. He and his crew chief, Adam Stevens, are fully focused on making this their best season yet. Stevens, who has worked with Bell since 2021, is confident that their team can compete for wins every single week. Stevens is not interested in just being competitive. He wants to dominate. He believes that the number 20 team has what it takes to be the car to beat every time they hit the track. He knows that every other team will be bringing their best efforts, but he has complete trust in his driver and the entire Joe Gibbs Racing organization. He's made it clear that there is no reason they can't keep winning in the coming weeks. Bell and his team are heading to Phoenix next, a track where they won last year. This gives them a great opportunity to secure another victory and continue their strong start to the season. With Bell's current form, he could soon establish himself as the driver everyone else is chasing. Last year, Bell and his team felt they left a lot on the table. They had the potential to achieve more but didn't fully capitalize on their opportunities. This time around, they've made changes to ensure they don't repeat the same mistakes. This race at the Circuit of the Americas was another example of how unpredictable and exciting NASCAR can be. Strategy, tire management, and racecraft all played a role in determining the outcome. One small decision, when to pit, how long to stay out, and how to handle a restart can change everything. That's what makes this sport so thrilling. And that's all we have for today's episode. Now, don't forget to comment down your thoughts on this. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well.